Back on home soil after a midweek sojourn across the Nullarbor, but the trip to Perth ended Brisbane's 8-game unbeaten run. Positively, the Roar are unbeaten in their last 5 in the Sunshine State, but today's visitors may smell blood in the water. The Knicks are still catching their breath after last week's incredible finish in Sydney. Their last visit to this venue resulted in a record win over the Roar. Welcome to KO Stadium at Redcliffe for the 45th meeting between these two sides. Handshakes all round as we have a look at the Brisbane Roar lineup. Warren Moon is without his skipper Jay O'Shea, suspended after his send-off in the West. There is that big inclusion. Skipper Tom Aldred makes his first appearance of 2023. Riku Danzaki and Ramit Akbari come into the starting side on the back of the short turnaround, with Joe Knowles and Henry Hoare reverting to the bench alongside the returning Anton Milinaric. And of course, it is game number 250 for Jack Hingett. There is Tom Aldred, the skipper, who had some injury concerns at the back end of the 2020-21 season and also at the start of last season. You have to go all the way back to February 2020 for his last and only A-League goal. And he also missed the last 2 losses against Wellington. So Warren Moon would be delighted to have him on board. For Wellington Phoenix, Ufuk-Tale's side flying high after that first away win of the campaign. The Phoenix still had to do it without Scott Wootton today at the back. A calf strain sees him miss his first minutes of the season. Jan Sass returns for the suspended Bozidar Kraev, and Noah Karunaratne is the new face on the bench for Nick Pennington, who also saw red against the Sky Blues. We're underway. Wellington in their away navy kit and Brisbane in their familiar home orange kit, and alongside me for the call, looking forward to this one. Good afternoon, Daniel McBreen.
Good afternoon, Glenn. Good afternoon, viewers. Well, these two teams are really complete opposites, aren't they? Brisbane Roar don't score many but don't concede, but when you look at Wellington Phoenix, they score for fun, but they also let them in at the other end. Only their first clean sheet last week, so anyone's guess of what we'll see today.
Josh Laws, of course, in for Scott Wootton this afternoon. A huge out for the Wellington Phoenix. He's been ever present so far this campaign, and a great opportunity for Josh Laws to potentially help the Phoenix to back-to-back clean sheets. Moragas will take it, but it's given away by the Phoenix. David Ball, the man to give the ball away, and I thought he might have given a free kick away there, but Adam Kersey's allowed play to continue, and Clayton Lewis, a shot from long range, sails safely over the bar.
Well, Riku Danzaki there feeling he was fouled. Referee saw nothing in it. There's always speculation around the Brisbane lineup. They always seem to put out a 4-4-2, but looks as though they've gone to that back 3. With Connor Chapman, Aldred and Neville, as we do see quite often with them. It's a great ball forward.
Wonderful ball over the top, and the man who's been in great form up front, Nikola Milojushnik, had some big opportunities against Melbourne Victory a week ago, and he pulls out a great save from Ollie Sale to win the corner.
Well, that's what he does so well. Look at he's got great pace, and it's a wonderful ball. Lets it drop and cross, takes it early, and Oliver Sale, what a wonderful save again, down to his left-hand side. Gee, he's been in fantastic form. Great touch there.
Nick's captain, Danzaki, does well to nick the ball. Milojushnik again, tight angle, but it doesn't matter. Ollie Sale can't do anything about it. It nestles in the bottom corner, but the flag's gone up. It won't count. Fortuitous for Wellington.
Well, I must admit, on first glance, I did think he'd gone a little early. See here on the replay, it was high pressure and they won the ball back. He's just straight into an offside position, really testing that line. You can see Tim Payne, I think it was, in the centre, just holding his run. It's a great finish, but all to no avail.
Truan looking for the switch. Courtney Perkins is bombing forward. It's a decent ball in on the left foot. Danzaki's there, but it's good defending from Josh Laws to turn it out for a corner. That was really dangerous again. Wonderful ball in for Danzaki from Courtney Perkins.
The whole move was started by a wonderful ball there from Kai Truan. Across just puts it in the path so we can run straight onto it first time. Little deflection really deceived Ollie Sale, who was looking to go towards that near front post to cover, and all of a sudden he has to track back, and Josh Laws does enough under the pressure of Riku Danzaki.
Amiento's left boot in the corner. His first one wasn't wonderful. This one's toward the back post, and it almost may have dipped in there. Ollie Sale had his heart in his throat for a brief period, but it sails out for a goal kick.
Well, he has got such wonderful delivery of set pieces. In this one, he looked like he was aiming for that far top corner. For a brief moment, it looked like it may dip in and cause problems for Ollie Sale. He was not taking any chances.
Good ball from Sass for David Ball. Squares it up, Moragas cuts back in on the right. His touch was a little heavy. Manages to remain control. Barbarousis. Not much room to move there, and now Rufa tries to put his foot through that one. And here's a man that hasn't played a lot of football over the last 12 months or so.
Well, again, Wellington Phoenix, they do almost open up that Brisbane Roar defence. You see here the nutmeg from Jan Sass and Ramak Akbari. But when you just think that Wellington Phoenix have broken through, all of a sudden there's 8 Brisbane Roar defenders around the ball. It just seems to be nowhere to go.
Beautiful ball for Miliusnic, who squares it for Hingert. The deflection's an important one. Another deflection. Appeals for handball. Nothing doing, says Adam Kersey. May have been off the chest. Huge moment for Brisbane Roar. Wonderful play down the right-hand side. Jack Hingert squares the ball up, but an important deflection from the Wellington Phoenix to keep it locked at 0-0. Barbarousis lays off for Rufa. Has the run of Callan Elliott at the back post, and Elliott's header is over the bar. He's frustrated with himself, but it was a good run.
It was a great run, and it was a good ball. It was just clipped so it would hold up. And Courtney Perkins actually got himself caught underneath it, which allowed Callan Elliott to really get up over the top of him and get a clear header on that. See here, if it just holds it up, you see how he just clips it over the top. And Courtney Perkins got himself in all kinds of bother. Totally misjudged. I think maybe a bit of miscommunication between himself and the goalkeeper as well.
So the final minute of the first half at KO Stadium. You get the feeling that Moon is probably going to be the happier of the coaches. There's a free kick right on the edge of the area. Callan Elliott has given away the free kick, but VAR might look at this to see where the first contact was.
Yeah, well, my first impression was his foot was inside the box when he got collected. This will be an interesting one to see on the replay. See here, just takes a step in. Nah, it's outside. Referee's got it exactly right. Well done. It was good play from Miliusnic, just drawing off the shoulder of the defender, bringing the ball down and tucking inside.
So a big moment here. A lot of defending to do for Wellington. They've got 4 men in the wall. Amiento and Miliusnic standing over it. We know how dangerous both players can be. Amiento in particular, that left foot of his. Dangerous times for Ufuk Tale's men. Ollie Sale screaming at his wall. Brisbane have set up the wall of their own, which is maybe where looks like it. Maybe Miliusnic will aim at. Will it be Amiento? It is Miliusnic. And he fires harmlessly over the bar, which will ensure that we will go to the break all square. As Adam Kersey blows the half-time whistle, Miliusnic had the best opportunities of the half. He brought out a wonderful save from Ollie Sale early in the match, and then he had a goal disallowed, rightly so, by the offside flag a short time later. A free kick right at the end of the half. Unable to get on target. Alex Rufa had a big opportunity from long range for Wellington, but as it stands at half-time, it's Brisbane Roar 0, Wellington 0. Daniel McBreen has been watching alongside me, Macca. There's a lot of draws when you look through the form lines, and we're going to get a winner in this one.
Well, I predicted a 1-1 draw, so I'm going to stick with the draw. I think both coaches wouldn't be too displeased with their first half performance. Wellington Phoenix moving the ball around, creating a couple of half chances, but that Brisbane Roar defence is so hard to penetrate. They just need that one opportunity where they really can unlock them. And I think Warren Moon, on the other hand, will be looking at, in particular, Nikola Miliusnic making those runs in behind, as we see here, to really stretch that Wellington Phoenix back line.
The offside flag going up against Nikola Miliusnic. No changes at half-time for either side, by the way. And you're right, straight away, they're trying to find him, Macca. Moragas up the line for David Ball. Neville slams it into the Englishman and wins a goal kick for his side. Quickly taken by Holmes. Chapman allowed to carry. Payne intervenes. Alan Elliott wants the free kick. Brisbane can continue after winning the ball back. Akbari switches the play. Courtney Perkins waiting at the back post. Can't get his header on target. Went close against Perth in the week, and another opportunity there to get his first A-League goal. Couldn't get it on target. And now Wellington will look to break free.
Well, I think on that occasion, Courtney Perkins was just trying to put that ball back across into a danger zone, looking for a fellow teammate to be screaming into that box area, but no one really there.
Saw the passing stats there as well, Macca. Wellington not all that far away from making double the amount of passes of Brisbane Roar, and it just goes to show that patience that they've exhibited in the middle of the park.
Sorry, Ramat Akbari is going to get a little talking to here. He's been involved in a little bit during the game, a little niggle here and there. He's copped an elbow as well. A little bit of claret in the mouth. He really just clips the heel, doesn't he?
A hand in the back as well, but yeah, you're right. It's the clip of the heel that brings Zavada down. And as we saw in the first half, Ufuk Talay continues to have a polite conversation with Hassan Joma, the fourth official. Clayton Lewis's ball towards the penalty spot. Laws was in the way. Jan Sass, that could have gone anywhere. Jordan Holmes was rooted to the spot, and thankfully for the Brisbane custodian, it ripples the outside of the net.
Well, he had to wait for the right opportunity, didn't he? As the ball came in, it looked like they may have dealt with it. He waits here, adjusts, and then waits for the half volley. And look at Jordan Holmes. He's watching and hoping that that's going wide, because he wasn't going to get there.
Hingett heads back towards the penalty spot. Tim Payne clears. Garkovic, no free kick from Danzaki. It's won back again by Moragas. Both teams, you get the feeling, are in a bit of a rush at the moment. Good release from Lewis under pressure. Enold wants it, gets it from Callan Elliott. Goes back to Ugarkovic. Here's Ben Old again. Kai Truant tries to stand him up one-on-one. Old's delivery's too heavy. Moragas is out on the left and can pick the pieces up. Now towards the back post, and that is a much better delivery. Oscar Zavada scored last week against Sydney FC. He's got 2 in 2, and the Wellington Phoenix have got a goal. They've pushed and pushed, and ultimately they take the lead in Brisbane. They won here on their last visit, and they may be on their way again. 1-0.
Well, that's just reward for Oscar Zavada's many runs he's made today. Look here on the Harvey Norman replay. He doesn't have much space, Lucas Moragas, but he just opens up his body and uses the defender as a guide and whips it around him. A fantastic ball into that far post area. And Oscar Zavada had just drifted off the shoulder of Connor Chapman. Great header, great 9 play, but this is fantastic play from the left fullback. Lovely ball across the 6-yard box, and that's a striker's dream. And Oscar Zavada, he's made 3 or 4 of those runs today. Hasn't quite had the luck, and this time he's there to put it away.
After a first half with several chances, it's been Brisbane with little product in the final third in the second half. Old Todd's one in the face. He wasn't able to control it particularly well. Henry Hoare did well. Now Truant will look for the switch and go short to Zabala, who ultimately goes to Mile Usnic, which is where the switch was on for. And now Zabala, and his header's just wide across the face. Huge opportunity for Brisbane Roar and the substitute to get his side back on level terms, but Ollie Sale watches it go harmlessly wide.
Well, it's great play from Brisbane down the right-hand side. Wellington Phoenix defenders just staying off and allowing the cross, and it's a great opportunity. You see there Zabala just maybe defended there. Tim Payne just does enough to put him off. $20 for the season now, but the same can't be said for Brisbane Roar. We've got about 8 minutes to try and fashion something.
It's a decent ball through for Brindell South, getting in behind. Tim Payne clears, and it does. I thought it had gone over the byline, but Brisbane Roar in an offside position.
I think the original run from Brindell South, just taking him into an offside position, just a little too early on the run. But he has overlapped to Elson's coming on, you see there. Oof, that's tight. Tell you what, I'm not sure that is offside.
I think Finn Sermon probably keeps him on there.
Yeah. He's been positive since coming on. He's been a good outlet down that right-hand side, overlapping Mile Usnic.
Just once this season, Brisbane Roar have been able to score multiple goals. That 3-1 win over Sydney FC. But on the other side of that, they've only been kept scoreless on 3 occasions. That was 3 in the first 4 rounds. Neville. Oh, great opportunity here. Wonderful save by Ollie Sale to deny Joe Knowles on the penalty spot. Ollie Sale came up big twice last week, and he's done it again this afternoon.
Oh, didn't he love it as well? Big smile. And why wouldn't he?
There's 2 balls on the field. Adam Kersey was letting play go on. But that is clutch from Ollie Sale.
It's a nice ball in. Joe Knowles does well to use his body to take the first touch, swivel and turn. And that is a fantastic save. That angle there even shows it more. Ollie Sale, because Joe Knowles has done fantastically well.
Moore tries to skip away from Lewis. Some tired legs as Lofthouse tries to take advantage. Moragas, it's a good ball in. Payne clears. Brisbane look to take the throw quickly. Courtney Perkins will try to whip this one in, only as far as Ugarkovic. Now Kai Truant finds Brindell South overlapping the first time towards the back post. It's too big for Knowles. He has to chase back towards the corner. Still they come, Brisbane. With a minute to go. Henry Hoare. Can Joe Knowles be the hero? From close range, Oliver Sale at the front post. Another big save from the New Zealand goalkeeper.
Fantastic play from Brisbane. A wonderful ball in behind. Joe Knowles' first touch took him a little wide, but Ollie Sale big and strong.
Henry Hawk will take the corner quickly. It's towards the back post. Ollie Sale punches clear again. Anywhere will do for Wellington. Brindell South has it. Jordan Holmes is up as well, playing it right back. Plays back to the keeper, Brindell South. Brindell South gets one into the area. Scott Neville, Henry Hawk now brings it down. 15 seconds. Can they find an equaliser? He gets past Clayton Lewis, he tries to, but Clayton Lewis comes up strong again. Ben Old clears, it comes off Joe Knowles for a Wellington throw, and you'd have to say that will be just about all she wrote.
Well, that was fantastic defending from Clayton Lewis. He looked like he'd got done all ends up. Was strong, got his foot in, just snuffed out the danger, and that could be it.
Well, once again, what a big, big save at the front post that is from Ollie Sale. Adam Kersey, the whistle isn't in the mouth at this stage. On we go. Now he looks at his watch. He blows full time. The Wellington Phoenix, for the first time in their club's history, has back-to-back wins over Brisbane Roar in Brisbane, but it's kicking off. Steven Ugarkovic has run in. Alex Paulson, the substitute goalkeeper's on the field as well. Several substitutes are involved. Josh Brindell South is being told to calm down by Alex Rufer. Well, the final whistle sounded, and then they came from everywhere. Adam Kersey still has some work to do here, because we could be seeing him go into the pocket. There's handshakes all around now. Josh Brindell South is out on his own outside the centre circle. And now a hug with Alex Rufer. It all seems to have calmed down. But for a moment there, as the substitutes flew onto the field, including the sub-goalkeeper Alex Paulson and the captain Alex Rufer for Wellington, it looked as though things could have got ugly. Adam Kersey seems to be happy enough to shake hands and call it quits. Ollie Sale's having a laugh with Louis Zabala. Here is the replay of how it finished. Scott Neville was pushed in the back by Oscar Van Hattem as the full-time whistle went. He didn't like it. Scott Neville pushes Van Hattem over. Jordan Holmes runs in as well, as does Josh Brindell South. And it was really Scott Neville not taking kindly to that challenge at the death from Oscar Van Hattem. Now, Scott Neville has just been shaking hands with Adam Kersey, and there's no card coming out of Adam Kersey's pocket at the moment, and it seems as though we will finish as we are at full time with Oscar Zavada's 5th goal of the campaign. Enough for the Wellington Phoenix to make it 2 wins in a row on the road in the Isuzu UTE A-League. It's finished. Wellington Phoenix 1, Brisbane Roar 0.